January 25th, 1924, the French alpine village of Chamonix. 294 athletes representing 16 countries march in the opening day ceremonies of the first Winter Olympic Games. This was a pioneer effort to determine whether young men and women from different countries would compete every 4 years in winter sports, as they had since 1896, when the Summer Olympics were revived after almost 1,500 years. Overcoming non-paralytic polio as a child and a severely slashed ankle less than 2 weeks before the 1956 Cortina Games, 20-year-old Tenley Albright earned the title of the finest female figure skater in the world. When Hayes Jenkins won the men's title in 1956, it became the first time in Winter Olympic history that Americans had won both individual championships. Jenkins' victory and 16-year-old Carol Heiss's second-place finish behind Tenley Albright marked the beginning of a romantic story that would continue 4 years later to Squaw Valley. Then Carol Heiss won the gold medal, and soon after, she and Hayes Jenkins were married.
Did you ever think you'd ever get beyond her?
You know, in the early years, it just seemed at nationals, I was always second to her, you know, for 3 straight years. The Worlds, the first year I was fourth, so that I thought, you know, Tenley was going to definitely win. It was my first year. Next year I was injured, but by the second time I was on the world team and I was second to Tenley, I thought, all right, now this is going to be the battle. We're going to be doing this for the next 5 years, and I really have to settle in and work on these school figures. So I remember spending 4 to 4.5 hours doing the school figures, because that was the part when you're younger that you don't particularly care for. You know, it's the circles and it's more mechanical, and it has to be so precise. The free skating was fun. It was free. You could be spirited. You could have all the sort of passion you want in skating and fly around on the ice and do the jumps and the spins. So that's what I liked. But it ended up being a good thing for skating, and a good thing for both of us, because I think it made us better skaters.
Was the same kind of interest in what was going on in the female skating at the time?
Yes, it's always, I mean, from Sonia Henny's time, it's always been the female figure skater. I mean, I feel sorry for my husband and brother-in-law, and, you know, all the men who have won the Olympic gold and the world championships. There's just something fascinating, I think, for the general public about the women's champion. Maybe because you need so many different things. You have to be tough-minded, you know, to get out there all by yourself and do this program, do these jumps, now the triple jumps. So there's a kind of tough-mindedness that you need, definitely. There has to be an attitude and an air and a gregariousness, which in the end, you have to look as a woman very elegant, very classy, very feminine, wispy, gentle. So it's two opposite ends of the spectrum for the female skater.
You're the first to have done a double axel in competition. What was your sense when that all occurred? Was it?
Well, I knew I needed it to beat Tenley. She had a double axel that was cheated, and we all were doing that. And it's like you sit back and you think, all right, what do I need to beat the champion or that person? And you look at it, and you become very practical about it. And I thought, well, maybe, you know, one jump that she doesn't have. And, you know, it's been that way for all the years, because Tara Lipinski beat Michelle Kwan, who skated very well at the Olympics with a triple loop. Sarah Hughes became the Olympic gold ladies champion with 2 triple combinations. So it seems to me that it's more something that's obvious to see. You know, I mean, in skating you can say, well, somebody's gorgeous, or they're prettier, or we like their dress better, or they have more passion or more spirit or more speed. But it's not as easy, if you're judging it, to make a difference between first and second, because sometimes it's so minute. But when it's a jump combination or a specific spin even, something that you can actually say the champion doesn't have, and that's what makes the difference. Well, when I was 10 years old, I used to talk, everybody does, when they're 9, 10, 11, about I want to be Olympic champion. That's always been the premier medal that you want in figure skating and other sports where you can win Olympics. And my mother saw that I really wanted, and like most mothers, they want to see their child achieve their dream. And I told my mother, I said, when she was dying, I said, I will try to win the Olympic gold, because I had been the silver medalist, and she died 9 months after the '56 Olympics. And she just said, I hope you can continue to look towards that goal, because I'd like to see you get it. So I said, don't worry about it. I will be in for the next 4 years, work hard, and try to get the gold.
And then shortly thereafter, was she there at the Worlds when you beat Tenley Albright?
Yes, she was. So that World Championship was very special to me, but she was really quite ill in Germany. And from the time we came home from that trip, then I definitely knew that she was not going to survive the cancer.
Your Olympics, 1960, you're champion. Actually, tell me about the competition itself. Who was your competition?
In '60, a Dutch girl, Sjakia Dijkstra, and sort of very powerful free skater. We were very friendly, had been very friendly for 3 years. We had been competing against each other. And then the girl who won the bronze was from the United States, Barbara Rolls. And we were really good friends, because we had been competing in the United States together for 3 years. And we're still friends. We've been friends for over 40 years. Laugh and giggle about staying in the dorm in the Olympic Village in Squaw Valley. How we lived together with Laurence Owen, the young lady that was killed in the plane crash the next year. How today it's so different. They have their own rooms. Here the three of us lived dorm style for 4 weeks together in Squaw Valley. We had a ball. We all competed against each other, wanted to beat each other, but got along very well.
Were you dating Heiss at the time?
Yes, actually we were, he hadn't proposed to me, but actually he had. He proposed to me in August up in Boyne City, Michigan, Lake Charlevoix, on the dock with a full moon. It was perfect. And so we were secretly engaged in Squaw Valley. We didn't want anybody to know.
Because they would assume that was a distraction.
Absolutely. And actually Heiss asked both his brother, David, who won the Olympic gold the same time I did in Squaw Valley, and myself, if he should come out. If it was help, he would be there, but he didn't want to be a distraction. And we just said, well, do what you want to do. And I think Heiss felt that definitely he would stay home and watch it on TV. But I'll tell you, we were in that phone booth talking all the time. When I won the gold, I rushed over and called Heiss and said, I did it.
That's exciting.
And then we were married. The Olympics were in February, and then we were married April 30th of that year.
And he had retired from active skating.
Well, he was in law school,
right.
And actually I'm from New York City, so we used to keep the shuttle between New York City and Boston, because he was at Harvard Law School, so we kept that shuttle busy.
I think Carol brings, has brought a lot of good attention to the sport in terms of the way she handled the sport when she was a champion, when she was winning, the enthusiasm she brought to it then and now, and quite frankly, I think the dignified way that she was champion and then coach. But then that's a husband speaking.
The Olympic gold is very special. It's special to us, but it seems to be special to people. They're very appreciative and cognizant of what we've done.